Hi everybody and welcome to another episode of Q&A, Comic Books, Movies, and Video Games. Today we have a question on behalf of Shane uh, Potter, good friend of mine. He wants to know whether or not on a random encounter, whether or not Batman could beat his protege Nightwing in a fight. That means no prep time, no planning ahead, just a random thing. They suddenly despise each other and they just start going at it in the middle of, you know, a street somewhere. Uh, let's take a look first, if we can, at what these characters will be able to bring to the table. Um, Batman, without a doubt, is one of the greatest fighters that the DC Universe has to offer. His keen mind allows him to determine things that, normally would not be privy to other people. For instance, in the Marvel DC crossover, he was fighting against Daredevil, and within a couple of moments, he was able to determine that Daredevil was blind based on the way he tilted his head when he heard a noise. Uh, that's pretty quick thinking on Batman's part. Um, he is literally a master of over 127 different styles of martial arts, which he can coordinate at will. Um, in addition to that, he does have his utility belt full of gadgets, which, it can and includes things like smoke pellets, tranquilizer darts, stun darts, handcuffs, um, various other gadgets that might help in this encounter. Um, Nightwing also is very well endowed physically, and uh, as a general rule, I would say that Nightwing is a better fighter than Batman, even though Batman has studied more styles. Nightwing was a phenomenal gymnast and acrobat before becoming the protege of Batman. So, in addition to learning Batman's fighting skills, he has his acrobatics to rely on, which allows him to take out multiple people in a shorter time than it would take Batman. Um, so yeah, they're both fantastic fighters, with obvious exceptions being, acrobatics from Nightwing, um, better stealth from Batman, being able to deduce patterns quicker from Batman. Nightwing has his Eskrima sticks, which can create a taser effect to stun things when he hits them. Um, and under most circumstances, Batman wouldn't prepare for that. So I feel like the stun batons that Nightwing has, if he hit Batman with them, would slow Batman down. Um, Under most circumstances, it's a common rule that, like for instance, my Shidoshi, he taught me that um, when you leave here, uh, I will have taught you everything I know. Well, no, he said, I will have taught you everything you know, but not everything I know. So yeah, Batman would have a few tricks up his sleeve in this particular case, and I feel like if if it came down to it, no holds barred, one of them had to go down. Um, I would say that 7 out of 10 times, Batman would get the win simply because he has a quicker mind. Uh, Nightwing is not exactly, he's not a dunce. He's very intelligent, super intelligent, uh, but he's not as quick thinking as Batman. Um, so I think that realistically, as the fight progressed, there would be a lot of countering techniques, um, and I think that a lot of the techniques that they would normally use to take down an opponent would be ineffective in this case. For instance, the smoke bombs that Batman and Nightwing would both try to incorporate would do them little good because they both have, in their mask, they have little visor slits that drop down to allow them to see heat patterns, um, you know, various other forms. Um, so that being said, I would like to say that this is a fantastic fight. I don't think they would really ever fight, but if they did, Yeah, 7 out of 10 times Batman would come out on top. Nightwing is the superior fighter in this circumstance, um, but I don't think that that will give him the win every time. I think that Batman's experience overall in fighting multiple opponents, fighting superior opponents, I think that that will give him the majority of the win in this particular fight sequence. That being said, um, you know, both of them uh, exceptionally strong for being human. They're both completely human, but Batman can bench press and does on a regular basis bench press, over 800 pounds. His max bench press was, I think they said 1,480 some pounds. I don't have the exact number on me, but that being said, Nightwing's max bench press is, around 600. So he's not as strong as Batman, but he makes up for it with being quicker on his feet, more acrobatic. Um, so I guess that's really the basic layout of this fight. Phenomenal idea. Generally, it's hard to pit somebody like this against each other because um, they really wouldn't fight each other. But if they had to, you know, these are two of the most equally versatile characters in the DC comics. So I think that it's better than trying to pit people against each other just because they're both tough. You know, these two have so many things in their repertoire, so many things they bring to the table. Nightwing, as I said, is more adept at on the spot acrobatics. Batman could throw like a flying sidekick at him and he will do a handspring off of Batman in the air, which is fantastically agile. Um, so, Shane, I hope that this answers your question. Um, I'm going to post this and then I'm going to put it in the group. Uh, I wanted to add the pictures and stuff to go with it, but I really didn't have the time nor the free space to do so. Um, just because everything that's going on around my house, I have to be respectful to other people. So yeah, thanks again for watching this, and let me know in the comments down below what you think. Um, if you want an actual breakdown of the martial arts action, I can do a video on that later. But until then, this is Michael signing off.